views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Studio 6 Entertainment, Armed Media, or the Entertainment Partners LLC. Enjoy the show.
What are you waiting for? A grand invitation?
Brain feeling a bit fuzzy? Might be that show Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. It's on every Monday and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. It gets to ya. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
I'll smack you in the mouth! I'm Neil Diamond!
And it's Monday night. This is your host, Matt Hasley. We're coming to you live. A lot of things to talk about. First of all, Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Got a lot of topics going on. We got, Halloween displays. We got, boy, was that Royd close. Witchcraft on the rise. And no, you can't wear that here. And is she a robot? Well, stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Attention World of Tank gamers. Armed and its affiliated divisions are recruiting entire clans and tankers. Armed, the largest and most progressive gaming community on the World of Tanks gaming platform. Now on 3 servers. To join, visit www.armedtanks.net or hashtag #NeedAToaster. Toast that, bitches. Need a dose of raw reality radio? Listen in to Night Talk with Joe Rocks every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Armed Radio Global, with audio replays on Spreaker and live feed video on Ustream.tv. Or call in live to Night Talk with Joe Rocks at 1-866-225-5401, Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Join me every Wednesday night for On the Air, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Armed Radio.
Hey everybody, this is Jimmy.
And this is Paul.
We are hosting a new show called Pod Talk, politically offensive talk.
It's going to be about politics, religion, the presidential race, current events.
We're going to have some guests that come on, hopefully Donald Trump himself. Wishful thinking.
No, we're going to have Hillary on.
Yeah, but that would be nice. I'd love to get a hold of Hillary.
I don't hate fucking that.
So come.
5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
So the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all. I'm going to ask you to speak into the mouthpiece very clearly.
Yes, and we're back. Once again, this is your host, Matt Hasley. We're live on Straight Talk. If you'd like to interact with the show, you can do so multiple ways. You can call us live at 1-866-225-5401. or you can reach us on Facebook or Twitter at ArmRadio1, or just hashtag a tweet, Arm Radio. I'll see it pop up on the tweet deck. We're live on Spreaker.com, or trying to get Ustream. Ustream's kind of being a little funky with me tonight, so dumping me off, so hopefully we'll be on there, but if not, it'll be up later. You can watch it live, or rebroadcasted later if I don't get it working. But a lot of things going on in the news. We had special thanks to our sponsors out there before we get started. Eat24.com. Have you ate yet? We'll log on to Eat24.com. Download that app for your favorite mobile device. Click, order, and eat. It's like a food truck in your pants. Really, it's just that easy. Also, Savino Wine Preservation Glassware. Wine Preservation Glassware. It's so easy to use. You know, you can open that bottle with confidence knowing that you're going to get the same full flavor of Tuesday's wine on Saturday. So check them out, SavinoWine.com. Also, HotSauceVault.com. One of my favorites. You like hot sauce like I do? Well, check them out. Log on to HotSauceVault.com. You want hot sauce? They can find it. They can find stuff that'll probably too hot for you. But log on and they'll send it to you. Also, Creative-MKTG, that's creative marketing for ideas that work, need a lasting impression for its family or business function. Well, over 700,000 products. Log on to Creative-MKTG. Give you ideas there. You need a logo on something, they can do it. Just check them out. Columbus Day. All federal workers and bank workers had off. I had to work. I just laugh. I had a friend of mine, he works for the government. He was hanging out at the golf course. I'm like, oh yeah, you really take off, yeah. But everybody's off for Columbus Day. And speaking of Columbus Day, a little trivia about it. Let's see here. Where are we at? I did here we go. Or some people have changed the name. They don't want to call it Columbus Day. So more cities are recognizing Native Americans on Columbus Day this year and as they revive a movement to change the name of the holiday to celebrate the history and contributions of indigenous cultures around the country. And I have no problem with that. I've got a little part Indian in me. As the U.S. observes Columbus Day on Monday, it would also be Indigenous People Day in at least 9 cities. This is for the first time this year. Albuquerque, Portland, Oregon, St. Paul, Minnesota, and Olympia, Washington. Encouraged by city council votes in Minneapolis, Seattle last year, Native Americans activists made a push in dozens of cities in recent months to get local leaders to officially recognize the second Monday of October as Indigenous People Day. Their success was mixed. I don't know why they need to change it. Why not just give them another day? You know? You don't need to change everything. But it says Congress set aside the second Monday of October as a federal holiday, honoring Columbus in 1934. Over the years, Native Americans have slowly begun winning more and more recognition around the day. South Dakota renamed Columbus Day to Native American Day in 1990 and has been an official state holiday ever since. Berkeley, California has observed Indigenous People Day since 1992. Parades and festivals that developed around Columbus Day have faced protests that are being known for being confrontational, especially in Denver. Anna Van, a longtime member of the Sons of Italy Denver Lodge, recalls protests during the 1992 parade, which marked the 500th anniversary of Columbus voyage. So, if you were out and you were off today and you celebrated Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day, Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I got to watch some baseball, and I was very happy with the outcome of today's games, or especially one. My Chicago Cubs seemed to get the job done. They won 8-6. Good game. Arrieta pitched. I guarantee you tomorrow's game will be a little nerve-wracking. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I will probably not be answering the phone around that game time. But we sat in the clubhouse tonight, and I had probably 6 or 8 people in there drinking beer. I was serving them beer and stuff, and my son was out parking carts, and all he hears is, okay, what happened? He come in. He said he heard the roar from inside the clubhouse, so he knew something was going on. But, yeah, it was a fun game to watch. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. So you can't be any more excited than that. But there's a bar in Chicago. It's actually on the south side of Chicago, which apparently Sox fans, because they were doing they had an offer. Let me see if I can find the one. Oh, here it is. It's a bar in the south side of Chicago is most absurdly not jumping into the Chicago Cubs bandwagon, despite the fact the north siders won a smashing wild card victory and head to the NLDS, it says. But this bar is the opposite way by offering free drinks for every Cardinals homer. So, said on Friday, McNally's Bar in Morgan Park immediately put up a sign outside that bar boldly announcing free beer for every Cardinal home run. So, it says in the jab, Cubs pitcher Jake Arrieta, another sign reads, Cubs fan, who's going to pitch now? So, it says now technically it's against the city ordinance to give away free beer, so the bar will actually charge a minimal price for the beers ordered after every Cardinal homer, but the bitter feelings by McNally's owners towards the Cubs seems clear. So, but the one thing they don't have to worry about is the Cubs fans going to the south side. So, I don't think you're going to see too many Cubs fans out there. But good for them. We don't want them on the bandwagon. I have one guy that hangs around the clubhouse or whatever. He's long time patron. I've known him since I was a kid. He's a White Sox fan, and when his White Sox got knocked out, he says, "I think I'm going to be." His son's a Cub fan. I know his son too, and he says, "I think I'm going to become a Cub fan." I said, "We don't want you. Don't jump on the bandwagon now." I said, "We don't want you. We've been Cubs fans. You got to be Cubs fans when it's bad and when it's good. Hasn't been good a lot lately, but I'd rather stick with the team. It's like I'm a Bears fan, and I've gone through a lot of bad lately. So, but no, they're currently in the MLB scores right now. You Kansas City Royals. Wow, what a game today! I don't know if anybody got to see that earlier. Kansas City was getting beat by Houston 6-2, and they scored 5 runs to take the lead 7-6, and then actually homered again to make it 9-6 to come back to win to beat the Astros. And what a game! That was crazy. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Texas Rangers 8-4. Cubs again beat the Cardinals 8-6. And currently, right now, top of the 4th inning, Mets are beating the Dodgers 6-3. So, A lot of good games going on. And NFL, just on a commercial right now, I'm not sure what the score is. It was halftime just a little bit ago. I was too busy watching the Cubs, and I just switched it over, so kind of doing a lot of last channel. We need a split screening. It'll pop up. I don't have the MLB ticket or whatever. You need two, because you're going to be watching one's a baseball game, one's a football game, so you got to have both up there. It's nice when you're out at like a club or something. You got like 30 TVs, and you got all the different games going on, especially like the NCAA. Mike, no, Ustream keeps bucking me off the system there. Hey, we're going to talk about NFL here shortly. I don't know if you want to come on or not, but let me see if it'll pick it up. Try Ustream again. It's been going, kicking me. Just been losing connection to stream. I'm still recording, but it seems like it's just having problems right now. So many people come up to me and talk to me about it. We've talked about that. Multiple different people ask me what I thought of it. I have no problem with the hard slide. The only problem that I had with Utley's slide was he never slid till after the bag. I mean, if you're going to slide and you slide into the bag and you try to take the guy out and you slide past the bag, that's fine. But he never even touched the bag. He went right past it. And then he went and slid. So he's almost, and then the question that was brought up that I saw was, if Tejada would not have been hurt, would Utley be suspended at all? Probably not. They would have probably praised him for a good hard slide. But the thing I have a problem with, they called him safe. He never touched the bag. So how could he even be safe? He started his slide past the bag, flipped Tejada upside down. Tejada breaks his leg. Tejada never touched the bag. His foot was like maybe an inch from it, so he never touched the bag. Utley flips him upside down. He slides past the bag. He never touches the bag. And then he gets up and runs because they call him out, and he runs into the dugout. Well, he's never touched the bag. So how can you call him safe? And they said, they talked about it quite a bit on Mike and Mike and different programs I heard. Excuse me, but people were saying, yes, it was a good call. But, the thing is why should, in the Major League Baseball, why should you be able to do that? It's either, a forced play or it's not. He's trying to touch the bag. If he makes contact with the ball, he's out. If he makes contact with a runner or with another player, he should be out automatically. So if he initiates the contact, then he should be out. So I don't know. They're probably going to come to some other rule changes because of the injury to Tejada. You hate to see a guy lose, end up in the season. I mean, the same thing happened in the Cubs-Pirates in the regular season. One of the Cubs players slid into second base, did the same thing, but he actually slid before the bag, and the second baseman had stepped, and his leg locked out, and that's what caused it, and he ended up breaking his leg. So, yeah, it was unfortunate. I felt bad about it. But, yeah, I don't think the players mean to hurt anybody, but I tell you what, when he goes out to play next game, if they lift the suspension, you know they're going to come back at him. It's like when the wild card game, when Arrieta grazed the knuckles on two of the players. What do? He comes back, they throw at him and hit him right in the hip. You know, you generally don't see pitcher on pitcher throwing at each other because sooner or later that pitcher but usually they take it out on another player. Whether it's right or not, it's kind of an unwritten rule. Dusty Baker, they tried to get him to admit it, and he would not admit it on air. He was laughing about it, but he was, you know, it's very obvious. And I can't think of who is. He's doing the TBS broadcasting. He's former Mets pitcher who, when they got in the big brawl with the Yankees, the one Don Zimmer went running out there to attack him, and he Ole moved him, and down he went head first, and man, is he injury prone. So the Steelers lot tougher than everybody thinks. Chargers. Games. I don't know how these odds guys can pick them. Green Bay 24-10 over St. Louis. As much as I hate Green Bay. Browns 33-30 over. For the Ravens. Robbie Gould sets a record. All those .com fantasy games. And I asked him if he wanted to do his, get in it together and do it. And he's like, no. He was like, you just got to get so lucky, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, yeah. I said, yeah. All it takes is get lucky once. And, you need somebody that sits there and is able to hunt the stats. So but one things I noticed in both Major League Baseball and the NFL, I've seen some of the worst calls lately, both, but terrible calls in the NFL. They don't call the blocking play where they pick the guys. lately, both. Still live. All right. They don't call the blocking play where they pick the guys. Still live. All right. Pardon my, what we're going to do is take a quick break. In the Quad Cities in 1970.
Burning down the one night stands. Everything around me, yeah. Got to stop to feeling so low. And I decided quickly, yes I did, to just go down and check out the show.
Brain feeling a bit fuzzy? Might be that show Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. It's on every Monday and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. It gets to ya. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
I'll smack you in the mouth. I'm Neil Diamond.
Well, apparently we're back online. I don't know. I think maybe a ghost was in our system here or something. It shows I'm I'm live. It would go on, off, and it was getting kind of wacky there. So I don't know. Joe probably hacked it. He probably shut me down. haven't even talked bad about him yet. But no, talking about NFL, but getting off that topic, we have a lot of stuff. We're talking about sports, but while we were talking about sports, apparently using the term redskin, which many Americans consider a racial slur. The measure by Assemblyman Luis Alejo, Democrat from Watsonville, will allow schools the new law will affect California high schools in Merced, Calaveras, Tulare, and Matadera counties. Oneida Indian Nation, Representative Ray Hilberter, and National Congress of American Indians Executive Director Jackie Pata, leaders of the advocacy group Change the Mascot, use a new California law to exert pressure on the Washington Redskins, the professional football team that has faced sharp criticism over its name. So, talking about all this. All right, they wanted to do is get rid of the Washington Redskins name. I have part Indian in my heritage. I consider the Washington Redskins as a tribute to Indians. Flying that, it's like saying the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm going to get into Warriors. She said, sports teams name referencing Native Americans. This is from July 2013 out of 42,000. Indians. 343 had the name Raiders. 147 had the name Braves. 123 Chiefs or Chief. What would each team to keep their team name, you think. Think about it. You got Kansas City Chiefs. Who else do we got in there? Probably pretty much that's it for the NFL. But how the Chiefs would offense to them.